right, we are back with Stripe Season Breakdown number 3. I'm here with Curtis Vigil. We're going to go ahead and show you the results for play number 3. So here we go.
Okay, so we had 45 responses total, 43 officials, 2 coaches. We did send this out to the entire state. So with that, we had 29 central officials participate, 3 from the east, 5 from the northwest, 4 from the south, and 3 from the southwest. So thank you for participating. If you not only central region but all other regions. All right, lead position. 40% of you thought that the lead was in excellent position, and another 40 in good position. Center position, 21 of you said that center was in good position, as well as 21% of you said in good position, or excellent position and good position. The trail position, 66.7%, which is 30 of you did say that the trail was in good position. Who has the best look at this play? 42% of you said the center, 26.7% of you said the trail, and 31.1% said lead had the best position. Who should have the primary whistle in this play? 48.9% of you said center, 44.4% said lead, and 6.7% said trail. And you make the call on this play. 55.6% of you said that this is a foul, and 44.4% said it was a no call.
But with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Curtis to break this play down.
All right, Nate. Hey, week 3, exciting. I think the season is a couple of weeks away for the high school level. So stay engaged, watch these plays, watch as many plays as you can, so stay ready for the season because it's going to come fairly quickly. I know scrimmages are coming up. So good luck to you guys. Hopefully you guys are getting in the rule book, staying in shape, and getting ready to rock for another season. So this play right here, front court play, before we even proceed to even the action of what we're going to look at, I want to make sure that we understand of breaking down film what we're looking at and looking for. We always take a snapshot in time for a particular play, and we're always looking at position of the crew. So just kind of walking through our trail, lead, and our center position. Right now our trail is in good position, and we'll play this through, and I'll have you, Nate, stop it so we can take a look at position as it relates to attacking the basket and staying engaged in this particular areas of the play. Trail's in good position, 45, and have a competitive matchup. So I like where his positioning is at right now. Our lead is in good position as well. We're in pretty much closed down position, not essentially pinched down, but we're in good position to officiate the play. The ball is in the middle third of the court. So we are good with where we're at. We just got to make sure that we're fighting for looks, especially when it relates to defenders in front of us. But he is in good position as well. And I like our positioning as a center position. Free throw line extended, engaged. We do have a semi-competitive matchup to his left, but also he's able to assist on that dribble drive, potentially if it goes and falls in his lap at the center position. So go ahead and play it through, Nate, and I'll have you stop it middle of the play, and we'll talk a little bit more about positioning and what relates to the dribble drive. So stop it right here, Nate. And if you can take it back a couple of frames, I just want to make sure that we're probably right there. That's perfect. At this particular time, we do have a dribble drive to the basket. Our trail does stay engaged on the play. Again, walk this play down, stay connected to it, especially the primary defender on the backside as it relates to any trips or holds or pushes. So we want to stay engaged there. I'd like to see our lead official maybe a couple steps out, mirroring the ball when that ball is on top of the key. That way we can have a little bit bigger picture as it relates to secondary defender coming to assist on that play. And our center dropping down maybe a step or two to his left to be able to assist on secondary help plays, any type of basket interference and goaltending plays as well. So we're staying engaged. you'll see that there's multiple defenders in this action area. We have a secondary defender underneath the bucket. We have the guy with a headband, and then we also have the primary defender that will end up on the backside. So just make sure you guys are staying engaged. This is a multi-layered player, player play in the sense that we need all three officials engaged on this play. So go ahead and run it through, Nate, a couple of times so everybody can kind of see it. You do see that we do have the action area and the two defenders competitive on that play. So take that back real quickly, Nate, and you guys will see what we're looking for. This is going to be a rebounding action play and a try or an attempt for a try and tip for the orange team. And stop it there, Nate. That is the action that we are looking at now. So essentially what we're looking for right now and what we want to talk about is rebounding action and staying engaged in our primary areas of coverage and also the ability to come out. So at this particular time, what I really want to emphasize to you all is we need to make sure that we stay engaged in these particular plays, especially jump shots or layups. Teams don't shoot over 50%. That means 50% of the time we're going to have rebounding responsibility. And the most important play is going to be that play in front of you. So make sure you're staying engaged. We're not bailing at trail. If you are bailing and you're nervous to get beat down the court, let's get back in the gym. Let's get in shape to make sure that we don't get beat. But in this particular play, our entire crew is in good position and pretty much great position. What I do want to talk about is making sure that we are identifying potential matchups that can hurt us when the rebounding action occurs. Like I said, 50% of the time, there's going to be some type of rebound, whether it's going to be on the offensive side or the defensive side. So make sure we're identifying those matchups early and who can hurt us. Primarily, you're going to have the defenders, the defense closing in. You'll have the offensive guys coming in for crashing the rebounds as well. So make sure at this particular time, boom, right there, Nate, we're identifying that competitive matchup. That's really the only competitive matchup that we have as far as rebounding responsibility, because we really have three white players contesting the shot. At this time right now, whose primary coverage area is this? Now, if you take a look at the manual, this is going to fall under the primary coverage of our center position. Now, that doesn't always say that the coverage areas of the official, they have the best look. So we want to make sure as a crew, and this is another thing that we've talked about last week, is making sure that we are pre-gaming these types of plays, that we're able to come out of our primary area and extend into our secondary to assist on this play.
Curtis, with that real quick, I
Yep.
do want to just clarify that, when we are talking, this is a putback, this is a shot on the C side of the lane. I've heard a lot of discussion about, oh, it's in the paint, lead's going to take it all the way. I understand that is only on drives to the basket with secondary defenders. And so what Curtis is saying is correct. This is in the paint, but this is not a secondary defender. This is a primary play on the C side of the lane in our mechanics manual.
Absolutely, Nate. And thank you for clarifying that. One thing I want you guys to really understand is we don't have a full great look at this play, especially as our lead official. When you start looking through a backboard, the rim, and through the net, a lot of times our view is blocked. So we don't want to guess on these types of plays. We want to trust our center, and we also want to trust our trail on this play because he has a great look at this action area as well. So just understand that as lead, again, primary is going to be secondary defenders, and this play right here in particular will fall in the lap of our center. Our center at the time when the ball goes up, we should be identifying the action area and who's going to hurt us as a crew. And what I see on this particular play as far as primary coverage is our center has a good look, but when you're looking at backs and butts on a particular play, sometimes you don't see the entire action on how impactful that contact really is on that putback or that tip or try. And we don't want to guess on plays. So in this particular play, in my opinion, our center position, they're in good position, can see the action as much as they can, but don't have a really good look of how much contact does occur with that white defender coming on the back end. The best look on this play, now we're talking about coming out of our coverage area and going into our secondary, is our trail. Our trail has the best look in the building and can come extend on this play. Now, I do want to kind of relay, and we've talked about this in our first week session, is we want to make sure we have a cadence patient whistle. That just means that we are processing the entire play to allow our center position to look at it, process it, see if there is enough contact, or if they can't see it. Our whistle cadence and our patience is really going to tell the story to our partners to say, hey, I allowed you to process the play, but in my opinion, this is too much contact not to have a whistle. And now on this particular play, I do feel, in my opinion, there's enough contact that affected the shot. Again, we're processing the play. We're seeing the play start, develop, finish, and we're seeing the end result of it. And you see our lead official stays engaged, which I really like, does not bail out, can see the action area on the putback. And this, in my opinion, is a foul. So again, the biggest points of this, Nate, that we want to stay talking about with our officials is don't bail, stay engaged on plays, especially front court plays. 50% of the time, we're going to have rebounding action. It could be the defense that's getting it, but it could be the offense as well. Make sure we're engaged.
Well, and what happens? And what happens a lot of times, especially at trail, and what Curtis is talking about when he says stay engaged is, you know, as trail, we start to bail and we just get in this mindset that, hey, I don't, you know, all I have is 4 in my primary and I don't have much going on. So you know what, I can take a play off. That's actually incorrect. Let's, you know, and what Curtis is talking about by staying engaged, that is, hey, I don't have anything competitive. Let me extend into my secondary and put myself in a position to be able to help if needed on these plays.
You're absolutely correct, Nate. So, biggest thing, positioning, don't bail, stay engaged in our matchups, stay in shape, that we were not worried about getting beat on the other side of the floor. Great play, Nate, for week 3 for our season. Make sure we're getting on our rules manual, our mechanics manual, and good luck the rest of the season.
Awesome. All right. Another week of breakdown. We'll continue to throw these at you. Continue to like and follow us on stripeseason_NM on Instagram. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube for these plays. If you have any questions, our emails are down below. Go ahead and feel free to send us an email with questions that you may have. So you guys have a good one.